stimulus response theory, and we're going to be teaching that today. And Richard Bandler and John Grinder found that when people were in certain emotional states, it was usually a trigger or something that fired off that emotional state. And it caused them to be in that state, in an empowering state or a disempowering state. So they found that they can utilize this as a technique to help people discover what states that they want to move from one to the other. Or he would touch them on a knee at a certain point when they were going deeper in the trance and just relaxing, so that any time that he could bring up that state of trance again, just by touching them in that certain spot. And they noticed this over and over and over again, and Milton did it unconsciously. He wasn't aware that he was doing it with volition and on purpose. And Richard and John said, this is great. Let's see if we can do this with someone at any time, in any given state. They'd have them elicit a state, which we're going to do in a moment, state elicitation, have them go back to a time, remember a specific time, step into that state, be there now, see what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt. And just when they were peaking, they'd do something unique to set that anchor. They'd set that trigger. Okay, so we're going to set this anchor real quick, and then I'm going to go into a little bit more explanation of what we did, and I'm going to have you guys do this. Are you ready? Real easy. So, Meredith, can you think of a time when you were totally excited? Or if that's a word for you, does that work for you? Okay. Or happy, or elated? What would be a word for you that you really easy? Okay, in your purpose, great. And again, I don't ever want to feed the client words. I always want to ask, I want to find out what the client's going. Because see, again, those predicates that we use are going to be completely different representations for her. Because I could say happy, and she could say joy. Now, at some level, that may be about the same thing, but it's completely different in her representation, right? Because her submodalities are going to be completely different than what mine would be representing that word. Does that make sense? So let me ask you, can you remember a time that you were completely on purpose? Can you remember a specific time? Great. Good. Can you go back to that time? Just kind of rewind the videotape and just take a snapshot of that. So again, I'm checking, I want to make sure. She's kind of running that transderivational search, going back, and all of a sudden you see her body language. So, yes, I got it. And then she acknowledged it, make sure she's congruent with that. That's right, just go deeper now. That's right, just go ahead and turn up the intensity of that feeling. Just go ahead and turn it up. Just turn up the volume of that feeling. That's right, right there. That's right, right there. Right there. Just let me feel the feelings of being on purpose. That's right. Great. When you can, open your eyes and come back into the room. Did you notice the shift in her body? You know, that twitch. Did you notice the twitch in your eye a little bit? Okay. So you're going to see a lot of physiological changes in people, especially their breathing. So what I'm going to have you do now is just go ahead and just blank the screen. I'm going to touch you in a certain way. I just want you to notice what you notice. Okay. Okay. Just look out there. Just look out there. Just clear the screen.